Hi everyone. These are my sister's nails. She's had them on for a month. We're going to be doing a complete removal and a fresh set. So I'm first of all going to start off by prepping the nails. I'm going in with my cuticle bit and I'm going to go over the cuticle area, try to push back that cuticle and then just get off any dried skin that she's had hanging in there. Next, I'm going to come in with my sanding band and I'm going to go over the natural nail, over the new growth. This set that she's had is a polygel set and we've done a fill almost, if I did not take off the products, this would be the fourth time. We've done a fill about 3 times and not like there's anything wrong with doing a fill again. I just thought, I think it's time for like a fresh start all over again. So, but initially when I started prepping the nails like this, I thought we are just going to do like a feel, but after like doing the prep and then I asked her like this would be the fourth time if I do a feel, and she was like yeah, and I was like let's just take off the entire product and then start afresh. So I've come in now with my debulking bit. This is a ceramic bit and it came with my drill bit, so I didn't buy this. I start off at 8,000 RPMs and then I move all the way to 9 to take off the gel polish, to take off the bulk of the products because we're going to be doing a soak off. On this nail I'm working at about 11,000 RPM, so because it's much thicker. Now what do I say? So you want to, for polygel now, because it doesn't just soak off like that with acetone, you want to bring down the bulk of the product to as little as possible so that you can then soak it off with acetone and the acetone can eat its way through to the base gel of to the base gel on the nail. So when you're doing a soak off for polygel, first off you know that you need a drill to take off the bulk of the product, as much of the product as you can, and then we're going to come in now with dissolver just like I did, and then we're going to do a soak off, like the actual soak off. Now I soaked off for 10 minutes, but even after 10 minutes some of the nails weren't off yet. As you can see in this one, I had to like soak off again for like an extra 5 minutes before I was able to take off all of the products from the nails. So these are her real natural nails. We've been growing them for, it would be a year in May. She started her natural nail journey in May last year, so I think it's about about 9 months now. She's in her ninth or 10th month. There'll be like a whole complete year in May, and we usually just trim down the length and then grow them out, just like that. So I'm coming in now with my sanding band again, and this time I just want to smoothen the entire surface of the nail so that there's no like lumps and bumps. Some of the nails, just like this one, still does have like a teeny bit of product, so I'm going to use the sanding band to take all of that off. And then I'm coming again with my nail file. I've trimmed the nails down to her desired length. You sort of want to like compare, because some of the nails are like smaller than the other. They tend to look shorter, but they are not shorter, so you have to be careful. So I'm coming in now with my hand file, and I trimmed down the length first a bit, and then we're just filing, comparing the lengths, and I do that to all of the nails. You guys, during a polygel set, I don't know how it is for anybody else, but for me it does take time. So this is all of the nails after they've been trimmed down, and I do like the both hands simultaneously. So sometimes you see clips of the left hand, sometimes you see clips of the right hand. I'm coming in now with a wipe and I'm just cleaning the nails because I prepped them initially. After the soak off, I just used the sanding band and then I'm just wiping the nails clean. My sister doesn't usually like to have her cuticles trimmed, and she does take very good care of them, so I don't even go to like trimming her cuticles at all. Alright, so next I'm coming in with primer. We're going to apply one coat to all of the nails. And then I'm going to come in with base coat, and I'm going to apply one coat and then we'll cure in the lamp before we begin our polygel application. Very important for polygel. When you're doing polygel or gel or any gel enhancement, base gel or base coat is your should definitely be applied before you begin the application. If not, it's just going to pop off. All right, so we're doing an ombre set. So I'm starting off with this bright white from Macart, and then I'm going to apply a teeny bit to the tips of the nails, and we're going to just fade that. So we're going to work the product using isopropyl alcohol or methylated spirit. You can find that in the pharmacies. I usually just buy from the pharmacies. And then we want to work the product all the way down to the free edge and bring out the excess. Because we are doing an ombre set, we sort of want to start working with little proportions or little portions, of product. You don't want the products to be bulky from the onset, so we want to work with really thin layers of polygel. So I basically just try to fade and smoothen the product on the nail, on the free edge of the nail, so that when I come to apply the other color, the nude, there can be like that hash line of white would not be showing. So you see me pat and try to like fade or blend the product into the natural nail. It's because when I want to apply the other color, I want to make sure that there's no like how do I say, like distinct, like you can't exactly tell where the nude starts and where the white like begins and all of that. So I'm going to do this to all of the nails, and like I said, I'm working simultaneously on both hands. So sometimes I do maybe 2 nails on this hand, I cure that in the lamp, and then I start to do the other hand. That's just how I work to make things faster, and also so that the product doesn't like move. If your environment is warm, the product would be a bit soggy. If it's cold, if your room or where you're working is a bit cool, the product is a bit like hard or like strong enough to stay. So yeah, so I've come in now with the nude, and I'm using the Vinime Polygel in number 3, and then doing this, honestly, I was just never able to get the right amount. So what I do is I just bring the product all the way down to as much of the free edge as I can, and then I just cut out the excess polygel and then just fade to have like my nice ombre. Like I said, I was just not able to get like really the right amount of product, so this is like the way I do it. And then this way I can ensure that the nails are not bulky, 1, and 2, I have like a nice ombre fade. So I've come in again with some of the nude polygel, and I'm literally just working it around the cuticle area first before like trying to spread it all the way towards the nail bed, and then the side walls. You want to make sure that the side walls are neat and that they are looking really nice and flush. So on this nail I was doing a full application. Because we're going to do some flowers on there, just something very pretty and springy. That's the design that we're going for. And then on this nail I'm literally just completing the application. I'm going to cut out the excess of the product and then just pull or peel that off, and then begin to fade into the white to have my ombre. So yeah, there you have it, you guys. Don't forget to cure in between. So when I'm done doing this nail, I cure in the lamp, and then I start to do the other nail. So you want to, so this is after all of the nails have been done, I'm going to come and encapsulate with a teeny bit of clear polygel, like a really teeny bit, and you want to like encapsulate just where your fade like starts to begin. Like that's just where I'm encapsulating. So I do this to all of the nails, cure in the lamp, and you guys will be ready to file. So after the entire application, before we begin to file, we first of all want to take off the tacky layer with a lint-free wipe or a cotton ball soaked in alcohol. You cannot begin to file without taking off the tacky layer. It becomes just too sticky. Alright, so next we're coming in with my 80-100 grit file from CHB, and I'm just going over all of the free edge, the side walls, not the free edge, well, the side walls. I do the side walls first of all of the nails. We want to get our shape back. We're going for like the almondy, round almond sort of shape. So after doing the side walls, I start to do the body of the nail, and I file like straight out, just like I'm doing. I go over all of the body of the nail before I come in with my e-file. So for my e-file, I use my sanding band. I've seen people use lots of other bits. Basically, I would just tell you that you use, practice with your e-file on your own and use a bit that you think you're very comfortable with. So I take off I score my e-file first, my sanding band first, before I begin to use it. When I pull out a new sanding band, I take off like the sharp edge before I begin to use it, so that it doesn't like hurt my client. And I'm using I think at this point I'm using a medium to coarse bit. I would say it's like a 150 grit. I think it's not labeled 150, but I just think it's 150 because of how it feels. So I'm going to go over the cuticle area, and that's going to help seal my cuticle. I'm going to go over the cuticle area, do the side walls, and then the body of the nail. We're going to like try to sculpt out our apex with the e-file or with my sanding band. And I've seen lots of people use other different kind of bits, like the bulking bits, for this step. I personally like to use my e-file because that's what I've trained myself to use. Oh, sorry, my sanding band, because that's what I've trained myself to use. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I think that as a beginner, when you want to learn how to use your e-file, start using bits that you are very comfortable with, and it might turn out, really good for you. Eventually, you will advance to like a much better or faster drill bit, but just start with things that are very comfortable with you, comfortable for you. So I do like the body of the nail, I do the side walls, and then after that I go over my shape again, because now that we have carved out the apex of this nail and then we've smoothened our filing, the shape now seems like flat out, so we want to like revisit our shape. So I go over the side walls again, and you can see that the shape is much slimmer, it's much cuter, and that's it. So I have her go wash her hands in the lamp, and we've come back to do a little bit of nail art. Now for this nail art, I applied base gel before I began to do, before I came in with my dotting tool. The reason I applied base gel is because even after I buffered, I just couldn't get the nails really smooth. So for like a nice and smooth nail art application, just apply base gel before you start to do your little arts. So that's it, you guys. I hope this tutorial has been really helpful in terms of the explanation of how to do polygel nails. Polygel nails are really easy, and like they are really easy to do once you get the hang of it. So yeah, you guys, after I do all of this design, I cure in the lamp. This is me doing the other hand, and we're literally just doing like really cute daisies. That's it. I cure in the lamp, come back to put some little extra details, apply top coat, and here's the final result. Let me know what you think, you guys, about this set. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, and comment. Bye bye.